Hello students, now we will start the next part of the light, that is the refraction. We have completed the reflection, now we will start the refraction. Let us discuss about the refraction of light. Actually, we used to be observed many phenomena in our day-to-day life also, that is to talk and to discuss about the refraction of light. What exactly the concept of the refraction of light? It is just the bending of light, clear? Why we are going to be called as the bending of light? Because when light is going to be travel from one medium to the other medium, then somehow either it bends away from the normal or it bends toward the normal. That is why we are calling as the refraction of light is the bending of light. So when this bending of light will take place, this bending of light in generally takes place when the light travels from one medium to what? Another medium. Now sir, we are getting confused. One medium to another medium is what? Obviously here we wanted to be discuss the two mediums. So one medium is called as the rarer medium and the second one is called as the denser medium. For example, if suppose this is what the air medium and immediately in front of us there is one another medium called as the glass medium. Now this is what the light is traveling. We know very well in one medium light will travel in a straight path. As soon as this light enters into the glass medium, it changes its path. Suppose this is the direction. Once it enters into the glass medium, then it travels in that direction. Why? This is why we are just calling as this refraction of light is the bending of light, students. So nothing more than that. Are you getting what I am saying? Because there is another concept is also there. We are not going to be discuss about it. But when the light changes its path, that is what the reason we are talking here is the bending of light. Now another thing is that when the light travels from one point to the another point, that is what the thing is took place, no doubt at all. But what are those two mediums? So these mediums are to be called as one is the rarer medium and the second one is denser medium. Rarer is what example is air is the example of the rarer and denser is what glass is the example of the denser. Obviously, if suppose now two mediums are there, one is called as the glass and water. Now which one is the denser and which one is the rarer? Water will be the rarer and glass will be the denser. Clear? So it depends upon the what type of actually mediums you are choosing. So this is what the thing of the reflection of light. Now, why it occurs when the light is traveling from one medium, as soon as it enters into the other medium, it changes its path. What could be the reason? The reason is there it was observed that when the light travels from one medium to other medium, it changes its speed. What happens? The speed of the light gets changed, and that is what the reason. The light bent its path. This is what the concept. That is the concept behind that. That is what we are talking about. The refraction of light. What we are talking? That is what the reason we are going to be talking about here. That is the refraction of light. Nothing more than that. So similarly, what we wanted to be discussed. Now there are two conditions are there. What are the two conditions? One condition is that when ray travels from rarer medium to the denser medium. Clear? From where to where? Rarer to denser. What happens? When the light travels from the denser to rarer, what happens? As well as we wanted to be discuss the laws of reflection also. Laws of refraction. Now let us discuss what actually happens when the light travels from the rarer to denser and denser to rarer. So let us draw this diagram here. Clear, Babu? This is what the interface which separate the two boundaries. So this is what the normal. Let us suppose n dash. This is what n. This is what the medium 1 and this is what the medium 2. Medium 1 is what now? That is the rarer or denser. And medium 2 is what? Rarer. Clear? Wherever it may be. Let us suppose that. This is medium 1 and this is the medium 2. Don't worry. So medium 2 is the denser and medium 1 is what? Rarer. Now light is going to be incident. Clear? This is how the light is incident. So this ray is called as which ray? Incident ray. Sir ji, हमको तो पता है. This is called as incident ray. And this angle is called as angle of incidence. Now, when light travels from the rarer to the denser medium, then dear students, light bends toward the normal. Clear? So this is what the path followed by the light, and this ray is called as refracted ray. Which ray? Refracted ray, and this angle is called as the angle of refraction. Clear? This one is obviously called as the interface. Are you getting what I'm saying? Which means that this has to be remembered. When light travels from the rarer to the denser medium, it bends toward the normal. So what should I write it down here? That I will write it down later on. But you should understand this concept. When light travels from the rarer to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. So what could be the in case of the denser to rarer? Obviously, what you are guessing, that is absolutely right. It bends away from the normal. So this is the interface. This is the normal. Clear? This one is the medium 2 and this one is what? Medium 1. Now this medium must be denser and this medium must be rarer. Now when light travels from the incident denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. This is angle of refraction, this is angle of incidence. Clear? So then this is called as the angle of refraction and this one is called as the angle of incidence. This is what the interface, this one is what that is normal. Always we have discussed normal is always perpendicular to the beta interface. Hi Anna, this is what I just wanted to tell. Now when we discuss all these things at the time, this I and this R as well as this I and this R, is it possible? Refracted ray, this one is what? Incident ray. Which one? Incident ray. This is what? Incident ray, obviously. Incident ray, refracted ray. Clear? So this is also called as refracted ray. Which ray? Refracted ray. And this ray is called as incident ray. So what is happening here? Note to be, that is rarer to, when it travels from rarer to denser, bends towards the normal. Bends towards the normal. Student, please remember this. Clear? And when it travels from the denser to rarer, then what happens? Bends away from the normal. Bends away from the normal. Are you getting what I am saying here? Any problem is what? This is what I just wanted to tell you. Clear? This is exactly, and that is what it is to be the importance of the refraction of light. So where do you observe this refraction of light in general? The common examples, obviously the common examples I have stated over here. What are the common examples? The common examples are those when the stone at the bottom of a water tube appears to be raised. Now do one thing, if you are having a water tube and in that water tube you just drop a stone, what will observe? It was observed that the appearance, or what we can say that the stone appears to be raised. Clear? Now wherever the stone it is to be there, you just try to take it out of the water tube, you won't get it in your hand because that is not the position. Somewhere it is lying below the actual position what we are able to see. Clear? That is what. Similarly, the second example is also very important. A fish kept in aquarium appears to be what? Bigger size as compared to what the actual size. मतलब अगर कोई एक्वेरियम है तो उसमें जो भी फिश दिखती है वो उसकी जो साइज वो बड़ी दिखती है एज कम्पेयर टू व्हाट उसकी एक्चुअल साइज से. ये क्यों हो रहा है? ये रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट हो रहा है. क्यों? क्योंकि लाइट जो है ना, वो मीडियम जो है ना, वो मीडियम बदल चुका है. हम जो देख रहे हैं वहां कहां पर है? ये वो फिश किस में है? वाटर में है. इसका मतलब मीडियम्स अलग है, सेम है? अलग है. जब मीडियम्स अलग होंगे तो लाइट की स्पीड क्या होगी? बदल जाएगी. जैसे ही लाइट की स्पीड बदल गई तो क्या होगा कि आपको वो फिनोमेना दिखाई देगा, एंड दैट फिनोमेना इज कॉल्ड एज रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट. क्लियर? सो सिमिलरली दिस इज व्हाट द थर्ड वन इज आल्सो. नाउ टेक वन, just do one activity also. What that activity? Take one glass of water and just immerse a pencil. Partially just immerse the pencil. What we observed? We observed that at the interface of the water and pencil, at the interface of the water and air, we observed that the pencil is displaced. But actually, when we take it out, when we take it out of the water, we see actually the pencil as it is. There is no displacement at all. But it observes due to because of the mediums are changed. Air and water, there are two mediums are there. When air and water is there, the velocity of the light gets changes and refraction is observed, and due to because of that we found that pencil gets displaced. All these phenomena, even the lemon, you just take the lemon and see the actual size of the lemon and just put it into the glass of water. What we observe, the size of the lemon will increase as you take it outside. Obviously it will become to its actual. Why this happens? Because of the change in medium, sir. This is what exactly I just wanted to tell you in all these cases. Clear? Now, when we learn all this, what we can say those commonly observed phenomena as well as the refraction of light, Now sometimes we needs to be think one concept, and that concept is called the refraction through rectangular glass slab. Refraction through a rectangular glass slab. Now what is the refraction through rectangular glass slab? We have taken one glass slab. Let us suppose there is one glass slab is taken. This is what one glass slab is taken. Clear? Now this glass slab, on this glass slab, what we are going to do is that we are going to be incident a light. Clear? Now this is the medium, air medium, denser medium, again air medium. So can I call it this is the air medium? This one is what the glass medium, and again this one is what air medium. Now light is incident. Let us suppose this is the light is incident, no doubt. This is called the incident ray. Clear? Now here, what should we draw? We must draw normal, because normal is always perpendicular to the interface. Now light is coming from the rarer to the denser. This air is what? Rarer medium. And this glass is what? Denser medium. Light is coming from the rarer to denser. As per the property we have seen, when light is traveling from the rarer to the denser, it bends toward the normal. And so it bends toward the normal and it travels like that. Clear? So this is called as what? Incident ray. Yes or no? Yes. Clear? This is called as the angle of incidence because this is n dash. And this one is called as what? This one is called as angle of refraction. Clear? And this is what the refracted ray. This is what? Refracted ray. Obviously it happens. This is what the phenomena. Now again light enters to the other face of the glass slab. Now when the light enters at the other face of the glass slab, obviously it will try to come out of the glass slab. So here at this interface again we will draw what the normal. Clear? Let us suppose this normal is m and m dash. Now light is coming from the denser to what again? Rarer, because this medium is what? Rarer medium. Clear? Now when the light is, now this is again angle of incidence. Clear? Now light will try to come out of it, but now it is denser to rarer. When it tries to come out denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. When it bends away from the normal, light will follow this path. Clear? And this ray is called as which ray? Emergent ray. Which ray? Emergent ray. Why it is called as the emergent ray? Because the light is coming out of the glass slab. That is what it is called as the emergent ray. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to trace the incident ray as its path of incident. Clear? This is what the incident ray. Now just trace it in the straight path. What do we observe? This is what exactly the concept. And students, that concept is called as the lateral displacement. What it is called as? Lateral displacement or displacement. Lateral displacement. What it is to be called as? Lateral displacement. This is what exactly the refraction through a rectangular glass slab is taken place. As we all are very much aware, why it is important? Because refraction plays a major role in our day-to-day of our life. What are the things are there? These are the normal examples. We used to go, we used to be found out many things, but sometimes we ignore it, and that is what the reason. Actually, we are not going to be even in the situation. So, what to be remembered? This has to be remembered, no doubt at all. Bends toward the normal, and what is to be there? It bends away from the normal. It bends away from the normal. Any doubt over here? If you are having a request to please put in a comment if you are having any doubt, so that I can able to highlight on that content. Okay? It's very